Brew-Hammond has always had a very strong interest and belief in energy. And so around 2005, the concept of the energy center, he had been turning it around, he had been discussing it with people, and he actually started working on it around 2006, but the official approval for the energy center was not given until 2009. But this actually delay came about because at the time when he was proposing to set up the energy center, the university was at that time very skeptical about the setting up of centers because the existing centers had very, very mixed results when they were assessed in terms of performance. And therefore the university was not willing to add new centers to it. However, Prof. Brew-Hammond proposed the energy center as a virtual center. This meant that it had little or no overhead cost. And so this brilliant approach to getting around a problem enabled the university to grant him the permission to set up the center. And so the center was approved and then it was set up. But another challenge was running a virtual center with the kind of communication infrastructure that we had at that time. But then through hard work, he was able to push this center on till we have it the way we have it today.
That was the time the statutes were formalized, the new statutes of the university were formalized. At the academic board were coming out and saying, Francis, he was saying, he was joking with Francis, you have to be the provost. I said, but what about him? It's made for him and not for me. I'm completely new. It's made for him. He said, well, he has some other plans and he's going. Then when he finally came back, he came to greet me. So we were discussing the project in mechanical engineering, but not a center. When the studies were completed, it was mentioned as a center for energy research and development. So why don't you come and head it? I think he immediately got it. He said, okay, I will think about that. But before then he was saying, well, Francis, I'm not sure I want to come and so on. So he was saying things like that. I think he liked the idea. So he said, okay, I should give him some time. Not long after that, he came back. He said, Francis, it's not going to be as you are talking about. It must be the energy center. That he came with the word already, and we talked about what was it going to be like. He thought that it should be a center for energy policies, research, and development. And then when he came, I wrote that it should be the acting director to set up the energy center. So that's how the energy center was set up.
Then we started with seminars. With the seminars, we were inviting outsiders. I quite remember the first person we invited was Mrs. Abeeku from Liberia, who gave a first talk. They wanted the energy center to be the first place of call in the sub-region for energy issues. It was very clear that we should be so huge.
Prof. Brew-Hammond envisioned the center as a center of excellence in energy for Africa. So that was what he saw, and he envisaged that this would be done through 3 areas of training, multidisciplinary research, and doing advocacy work. And this was to be accomplished for both public organizations and the private sector. And then he also wanted to see that we would do this through training and capacity building.
I started working with Prof back in 2009, and we both shared a common value in not really looking for material benefits in the things that we were doing. We were very happy to accomplish things, and that was the driving force. The solar cap project, I had started working on it with him before I even formally joined the university. I remember it was this time I had to go to Ouagadougou to meet this World Bank economist who was coming to Burkina Faso, and we thought it was very important that somebody from here went. So he paid from his own pocket for me to go. About $500 from his own pocket, just so that I could go to Ouagadougou to meet this man and to finalize issues regarding the proposal that we had done. Then finally, when it was signed in November of 2010 by the Vice Chancellor, he asked me to coordinate it. And it was a challenge, but also an opportunity. I mean, a young person, you're asked to manage a project worth over $500,000. It's both a challenge and an opportunity. But he was there to support. He was always there to provide support.
What I really cherished with him was he doesn't discriminate within anybody. He loves everybody. He doesn't know you are a poor person, you are a rich person, you are more academic, or you are a lower rank person. He brings everybody closer to him.
Very grateful for the little things that he did. If I go through my emails, you see, thanks a million, thanks a lot, so grateful. It comes so he appreciates the very little things that you did, and he was very quick also to correct you when it was necessary. So that's the kind of person any young person would dream to have.
The thing is that it was good working with him. It was good working with him. He was straightforward, he will allow you to say what you want, then he will tell you what his opinion is about the issues.
Prof. Brew-Hammond actually had, I would say, three qualities that were very, very, very significant and very important. He was experienced and matured. He was also competent and hardworking. So when you put experience and maturity side by side, competence and hard work, then you will find out that you have somebody that you can rely on. So Prof. Brew-Hammond, whenever he brought anything here for me to consider, you can be sure that he had done all the homework that needed to be done. And so there was not any arguments, and we quickly got documents passed and pushed to the Vice Chancellor for approval.
Sometimes he comes in the evening to work. He will go and come back in the evening to work. And when he sees that I'm in the office, after 6 o'clock or when everybody is gone, I'm still in the office, he will come around. And then we will discuss issues about the center, the projects that were being considered.
Again, because of his maturity and experience, whenever I had to be away from the college for any reason whatsoever, he was the one that I fell on to run the college. And I would also consult him on various issues that came up in the college.
Prof managed to bring everyone together effectively to achieve goals successfully.
A year after his death, I look back. I'm not sad anymore. Rather, I look back with gratitude to God, that of course to the family too, that we had such a wonderful person to work with, and having worked so closely with Prof, I learned a lot from him. He was very, very generous. I mean, you always share whatever he had with young people, his experience, his international contacts, and all that. He was so excited seeing young people make progress. You see, that was the thing with Prof.
It was a shock to me that he's gone. It's a shock. It's difficult to understand what it had